What do I get? I love this new animation, and it's Hello everyone, it is Black Gaming here back in the YouTube video, and today we're going to be playing the Furnace Challenge. Just before that, let's go open up this legendary chest in the shop and see what legendary we will get. So here we go, get ready for the new animation as new sounds, and it's really cool. So here we go. If you've not seen my last video, I got a total of 3 available legendaries. I chose 2, and just go check that out. I opened up 2 chests, got 3 legendaries. It was sweet. But anyway, here we go. So we're opening up this legendary chest. What do I get? I love this new animation, and it's going to be a lumberjack. Sweet. I can almost get that to level 3. You know, I don't really use it that often, take a screenshot there, but hey, you know, it could become a really good card pretty soon. So that's a great one to add to the arsenal. And now we're going to go right on to the Furnace Challenge. So we can actually win a decent amount of furnaces just for 10 gems, and we're also going to have to create a furnace deck. So I'm going to do everything on camera for you guys. I think it's going to be more fun, and that's going to teach you guys how to win it. So we're going to use the Mega. We're going to go with a miner style deck. I don't think the Lava Hound is going to work too well with the Furnace, so I'm going to first get the Miner, which is right here. Miner, and of course you don't want to use cards at the Furnace counters, but minions are okay for that. And we're also going to get a Fireball in there, very versatile spell. Also do a Skarmy and a Log. We might as well get a higher DPS troop that goes right for the tower, so we could go with the Balloon, or we could go with the Witch. You know what I'm thinking? I am going to go with just a standard giant. I think that'll be a very solid deck. 3.4 furnace deck. And here we go. So right into the first battle. So I thought it was going to be a draft challenge at first, but then I realized, wait a minute, we got to create a deck, so we just made a giant furnace one on the fly. So the optimal furnace placement is right here, based off the tiles, but I'm going to put it back in the corner, just because I don't really think I have to put it in the optimal place. I prefer on the side. The optimal placement means it will lure in the Hog Riders and lure in all those other troops that target buildings, but I doubt this guy has one right now and ready, plus I have counters for it. But if you know they have that card, like a Hog Rider or a Giant, feel free to just play that furnace right in the middle as a nice defensive building, as a second layer of defense before your tower. Here comes a bandit, so we're going to go log that back. And oh my goodness, a bandit goes through a log. I just completely forgot that. Not the best of situations, but you know what, it didn't do too much damage, and I'm already about to get my second furnace down, which is going to be nice. I realized you do have this miner, so we might as well get some chip damage in there. And I do not have to defend that ice golem. Now I do. This is the defensive furnace placement right there. He's using the ram. I can't tell if it's to destroy furnaces or to get to the tower. Not really sure, but as you see, that combo right there completely destroyed everything he had. And so far we're looking pretty good. So it's a fairly even game, just down by around 200 hit points. Nothing too much, an easy comeback. So what I can tell here is he's going to have the bandit as the next card. Most likely right after this furnace, I'm going to be forced to drop the Skarmy on top, but a couple of those are going to survive, and then we're going to go drop some minions to clean that up. Luckily, he drops the bandit, which means those minions can actually clean it up before it gets too many shots onto the tower, and also tank those fire spirit shots so none of them get to the tower. He is, in fact, in the lead by a little bit, but as long as I can get this miner chip down, we should be good to go. I can show the giant in double elixir, and we should be good. He's actually letting all the miner chip damage go, which it does around 300 to 400 every single time it hits that tower, which is a really good amount of damage, and I'm going to take that anytime. Oh my goodness, the ram just completely surpassed that. I forgot the ram acts as a little bit of a different troop and doesn't go right for that optimal placement on the furnace. I could have put it one higher, but then it would take a little bit more damage. Now I'm going to actually sacrifice my miner, put it in the back corner, and see if I can chip away that furnace, which it is going to be able to get some nice damage on that. And this guy is 3 musketeers. Hopefully I can land a perfect fireball onto all of those. Boom, nice placement there. And those 2 fire spirits will almost finish them off. Sadly, he doesn't, but you know, he just used the zap, so I'm free to be able to use that entire skeleton army's worth. And now I'm going to go drop another giant right at the bridge. Then now we're going to go drop a miner for some extra chip damage, because everything's locked onto that giant, so I might as well take that free damage while I can. And let's see, so he's probably going to go ram on the right side. We're just going to go with an easy Mega Minion here, and then we're going to actually lure that ram over right on this corner, and just put some minions right in the middle there to counter the rest of those barbarians so they do not get to the tower. Please don't get a swing off. Nice, perfect counter right there to everything. And now we're going to go Skarmy right there, and then another giant in the front. This is that comeback I was talking about in that double elixir time. Now we're going to go drop a miner in the corner. Should keep that Night Witch away from the giant just long enough, and we're slowly chipping away and coming back on this guy. And we are going to place the furnace right here so it can lure everything into it, but it also has that defensive placement where I can take out his knight and other troops that it decided to drop down. Here comes a bandit, so we're just going to go quick skeleton army there, and then we're going to go quick minions over on this side, and we could go log. Oh my goodness, that's dangerous. Oh, and there goes the tower, so sadly we lose that first battle. But you know, that's completely fine. I thought we were going to get it. I completely underestimated that bandit, and so far, that is the only battle we've done so far. But don't worry, we're going to be able to get a couple more in, and I think this will be an extremely long episode or broken up into 2 different parts. Whatever you guys want. I think I'll do 2 different parts. Oh my goodness, a quick log already. So we're going to have to use that in perfect timing. So we do have an elixir lead. But what I was saying earlier is that I will probably do split it up into 2 episodes just to give you guys more content. And because it'd be too long. I think it'd be just a little bit over, 30 minutes, a little bit too much time for you guys, and it just wouldn't be fun. You guys might click away. Watching 30 minutes of straight battles is not the most fun, and as you saw right there, that's the optimal furnace placement. It grabs the attention of the RG and forces it to get off 0 shots onto the tower, which is just amazing. As you know, the RG is a very, very annoying card. But that furnace completely counteracted it, mixed with the Mega Minion, and it also is able to take out his Goblin gang, which means I have actually good profit on that defensive side, which means I can build up a nice giant push without having to worry about too much of a counter against it. The minions have actually been a little bit under par lately, not the best card, so I might switch those out for a bomber or some sort of ground splash, which would be a little bit better. And look at that value fireball right there, catching every single troop he puts down. A little bit lucky there, prediction based off that E-Wiz. But aside from that, so far, so good. Nothing really too bad. I mean, the E-Wiz is going to be a little bit of a problem. Hopefully, we can take it out before it zaps one of my fire spirits or the furnace. Nice, perfect timing, so we lose no health on that furnace. And watch that furnace chip go. It actually does a round of fireball every 2 waves. He is going to go place a miner, but I thought he was going to go place it onto the furnace. That might have been a better idea, better value, because I just placed a mega in the back. So far, so good. Here comes a gang. We're going to go log all that back. Hopefully, he drops something else into that log. Nothing else. But, so far, so good. And that miner is going to get extreme damage, and that furnace backup for the support is good for taking out those barbarians. Just 2 waves of them completely destroy it, which is perfect, because 2 of them act as a fireball, which means you can pretty much easily destroy them, because, a fireball and a zap takes out Barb's fireball log, so 2 waves should be plenty to be able to take them out. Quick RG at the bridge. Minions here, very helpful taking those out. We're also going to go Skarmy, and we're going to go Log, and we're going to go Miner, playing all those troops down in that. I doubt that our Rogue Giant is going to get any damage onto the tower at all. And we are doing super, super well now. Nice push going towards his tower. We're going to go Furnace here, and we got a minion locked onto the tower, which means it is within fireball range. I want to save that at all costs, so I'm just going to play the Giant in the front. Hopefully we can just brute force our way to the tower, and we do. The Mega Mini does get that last hit, so now we're going to go with another push over here. I guess not. He's going to go some sort of minor Royal Giant push. Luckily, we have all the counters necessary. Log, Minions, Skeleton Army, and now we're going to drop a quick Giant in the middle, maybe get some extra tower damage if possible, just in case for some reason he has a quad mirror rocket, the new card released. And boom, there we go, we get that first win. So I guess usually the first battle is not the best. Sometimes you lose it. It's just hard. The first one is always hard. I very, very rarely actually won the first battle in any challenge, draft challenge, whatever it is. It's just extremely, extremely difficult. So hopefully we can be able to keep up this win streak. Maybe I'll finish it off with another 3 battles after this. But aside from that, we'll see what we can get. So we're going to go drop a Giant in the back corner here. And after that, we're going to be able to do some damage. So here we go. The Furnace is going to get a little bit of chip damage onto that, but we're going to be just okay. And now we're going to go drop that Mega Minion in the back corner. Sorry about that noise. And we're going to get right on with the battle. So he has a P.E.K.K.A, which is a very good card in this challenge. But I have plenty of air support to be able to counter that. Everyone seems to be using that E-Wiz. I mean, it is a very strong card, but I don't see why it would fit into every deck. It fits into a lot. but not every single one. We're going to get a nice value fireball here, taking out all of that stuff, and the P.E.K.K.A. does not get a single hit on anything, actually, not even the furnace. Sadly, his 2 little fire spirits jump onto mine. But so far, it's actually looking pretty good. That miner's going to get some nice chip damage in there, and I think we're going to be able to take the lead if that miner keeps whacking away with his shovel at the tower, and we will. He's going to go miner on his own side. We're going to go Skarmy. He's going to have a poison, so we're going to go with a log. That was a large, I guess, investment for him. He spent 7, I spent 3 plus 2, I spent 5, so I actually got a profit, and he didn't get a lot of damage. He got maybe 400, which is not worth 7 elixir. That is ridiculous. We're going to go with an offensive pump placement, the perfect one here, and hopefully they don't hit my furnace, and that was not good. I should have placed it 1 tile farther back towards mine, and he's already starting the emote game. So that is going to surpass my furnace, as we saw last time. I guess not. It's a little bit finicky with each side. I guess it was 1 tile closer to the corner. I have to go reference an orange juice video for that. And boom, we're going to go miner right onto the tower and get a nice value fireball while we're at it onto that E-Wiz, taking it almost down to 0 health, and we're going to get a log ready. I know he's going to have a miner most likely, so we're going to be forced to log. We're going to go Skarmy right here in the corner. Does he have a zap ready? Yes, he does. I should have hovered that mega a little bit faster, but it was able to soak up most of that damage, and we're not doing too badly at all. We're going to go drop our furnace just after he drops his. Perfect timing actually there, and then we're going to go minions here. So the poison, yes, it's going to do some work, but it's not going to be enough to take out everything. The barbs should die out, especially with this log going down. No damage at all from the entire push of his, and now we're going to go Mega Mini to go back that up. So this should be our final push to be able to take that tower. If not, he is going to be able to poison us down. I actually completely forgot about that P.E.K.K.A. Not the best case, but look at that. We lure it all the way back into the corner. We're going to go fireball that down. Now we're going to stick another giant in there. He is going to zap, and luckily those minions are doing a little bit of work to that tower. We are going to be forced to drop a couple more miners onto his tower. He's going to definitely drop a miner onto mine. I can see it. Oh no, he's not actually going to use it. I forced it on defense, exactly what I wanted. And that P.E.K.K.A. is actually going to go down all the way. So we're going to go minions here. We should be fine. Now we're going to go furnace, and we're going to go log all that back to keep it as long as live as possible. And check that out. He actually missed the tower with that poison, which is going to cost him a lot of damage. Oh, come back here. That 1 barbarian is going to probably cost me the game. That little guy that slipped by did a decent amount of damage. 1 hit is around 200, so I could not afford that. And that final, looks like it's going to be the final blow unless I can get this furnace down right now, and that is going to be it. So we're going to lose 2 in a row. Definitely not the best start to this challenge at all. I think I should swap up my deck a little bit, but you know, it doesn't matter. This just for fun, 10 gems really does not matter at all. So here we go. We're going to wrap this up with 1 more battle. I don't know. I mean, the P.E.K.K.A. was extremely strong. I think the ram might actually be a good idea. The giant was not working well, nor was the miner. I might go miner poison. I really do like that. I can counteract the furnace. And actually, no miner. Just this ram here I think should be good enough, and I think we'll be able to clinch this last win here before we go 3 strikes and we're out. So I think the poison is going to be a good addition to this deck. We're going to place that furnace right in the optimal placement here. It looks like 2 from the tower and 3 from the bridge. The other guy did a 4-2 plant. I did a 3-2 plant. I think I used that terminology correct. And luckily that Dark Gob is going to actually miss my entire furnace, and we're going to get some nice profit. So that is always a positive. So he has a bandit coming in. It's definitely going to dodge that furnace for sure. But sadly, it does get to the tower, but we're going to get some nice poison damage. And he's kind of dropping random troops onto my side, and that Night Witch is not going to do anything. We're going to go with a quick battle ram right in the middle. Maybe he's going to drop a furnace. Maybe it's out of rotation. It is in rotation, but remember, the battle ram is actually extremely good against these furnaces, and check that out. It's going to rush all the way to that tower. Those 2 fire spirits connect, and we're going to get an extra barbarian shot onto his tower. He has a Dark Goblin coming our way and a Bandit, so we might as well go minions on top just to kind of counteract it. And now we're going to go Skarmy to play some extra defense because the Bandit does a decent amount of damage. It's pretty much letting a Knight tier tower with a double damage. Just a mixture between a Knight and a Prince, kind of like a Knight Prince, you could say. Now we're going with that, I think, 4-2 plant here instead, or maybe that's a 3-2. I'm not 100% sure, but did you see that my furnace actually landed a hit onto his furnace? So mine is on the perfect rotation. Check this out. Ready? It's going to jump, and it's actually going to hit that every single time, which is going to give me a little bit of profit, which means my furnace is going to survive a little bit longer. And check out that poison. The poison is such a good card, and look at that. It's also going to take that bandit out all the way before it reaches my tower, which is perfect. And since he actually just used his furnace, we can be able to play our entire ram, and it should connect with the tower. It does, even with the ice spirit. It jumped just a little bit too late, which makes us get a ton more damage. So, this new deck with the ram is working extremely well. And oh my goodness, he has a ram too. Where did that come from? We're going to go Scarm. He should clean it up, and that zap was so close to hitting our tower. Extremely close. Not even a luck. That was just, wow, that would have been bad if that Scarmy was stuck inside of that zap. I just love when those predictions barely miss when it's on you. And obviously, oh my goodness, it just dashed over the river. I never knew it could dash over the river. Who knew that? Is that possible, or is that a glitch? I really don't know. We're going to just connect with a nice fireball here. We got 3 spells, I realized, in this deck. That might be a little bit overkill. I think I should take out the fireball since I have the poison. There's really no need. We're going to go log here since he's zapped. And we're just going to go poison nothing because I just completely missed it. And we're just going to go furnace here. We should easily be able to wrap up. Where did that P.E.K.K.A... This guy's pulling out cards behind the back pocket within the last 10 seconds. I have no clue where that even came from. But luckily, we're easily going to be able to defend that nice log there on everything. And we're going to finally win a battle. Let's wrap it up with one more. Make it a 20-minute episode. And that will be it for the video. So here we go, getting that second win, and maybe we can end up with 2 or 3-2, obviously with more wins. So this is the deck right here. I'd recommend this one here. I gotta collect my furnaces first. And this is the deck I'd recommend right there. So we're gonna go right into one more final battle, and hopefully we can get this win here. Maybe I can win with the entire challenge with 2 losses. Maybe that's a new type of challenge within the challenge. Is purposely lose 2 and then see how many you can get. Excuse me. Okay, so we're going to go furnace on the left side this time just to change it up a little bit. And we're going to land a nice poison spell right there. That's the optimum placement of a poison spell. Barely clips the tower, and he has an RG. Kind of annoying. No, bad Fire Spirit, get away. Perfect. So that Fire Spirit did not clip my minions at all, and look at that. That is a negative elixir trade for him. The RG is 6, the Furnace is 4. Definitely not the best of trades for him, so we are looking pretty good to begin with. He has, oh my goodness, he has a lot of splash cards, but the Ram almost connects. The Barbs do get a couple shots off onto the tower. That Executioner is going to be a little bit of a problem, but we can get a nice value Fireball right at the bridge. If he drops a couple more troops, that's why you want to hover and wait and just get everything. And we're actually going to be forced to log this like that. And look at that. The Knight gets... Does it even get a hit off? I don't know. That log was super clutch at the end there to kill that Executioner, which would have done another 300 damage to our tower if we let it get there. We're going to actually place a Furnace on the left side with this optimum placement right there. That should be able to catch the RG and also not be able to get killed by his own Furnace. So far, so good, and we're going to stick a Poison for good value right in the beginning to be able to take out that Furnace, because as you know, the Furnace, I think, is 5, if I'm correct, and the Poison, obviously, is 4, so we can get some good value, take out that Furnace all the way, and get some tower chip damage. So come on, little guys, Fire Spirits, jump, and then I can place, I guess I can't, we're going to be forced to go here at the Mega, and then here at the Skarmy, and then we're going to go and land a perfectly placed Fireball onto everything there, killing every single thing. Let's get a thumbs up for that. Oh my goodness. Knight is a little bit late on the placement, so once that Executioner goes down, we can play minions, and we should be perfectly fine. Maybe 2 hits. Actually, no, yeah, 2 hits is perfectly fine, and we should be good to go. So we're going to place another Furnace right here, and we might have to poison them down all the way. I mean, the overtime is a little bit longer than usual. I'm a little bit confused about why this guy's laughing. We're just going to go Ram plus Mega Minion because he just played a Giant, or Royal Giant, not a Giant Royal. That's the incorrect way. He has a Tornado. Where in the world did that come from? We're going to land almost a Fireball, but remember, I need that. I guess not. We're just going to go Fireball something, just the tower, I guess, plus the Executioner. I'll take it. Not horrible. And now we're going to go log this all the way back We're going to go play some poison here, and this is the craziest cycle deck I have seen in many, many, many days. But look at that. We actually mitigated most of that damage onto our tower using the furnace in a defensive way. Actually helped us, and we are somehow in the lead. Don't even ask me how, but we are, and we're going to be able to counter that Executioner just fine with 0 hits onto the tower. We're going to go Battle Ram and poison, barely clipping everything, but we are still in the lead. Don't even ask me how, but we are, and look at that. He cannot, oh my goodness, Brawl. Get out of here, Brawl Stars. We're not playing that right now. Wait for it now, and then we're going to go Mega Minion in the corner here. We're just going to go log all that back just to kind of, take it back a little bit, and that might have not been the right decision. We're going to go nice value poison here. Hopefully we can take out that RG as fast as possible, and now we're going to go surround this little buddy with Skarmy just before it locks onto the tower, and we are still somehow in the lead. I have no idea why. We're just going to go Furnace here, and then we're going to go Mega. That should be able to take out the rest of that, and then we're going to go log that back all the way, and then we're going to go Minions here, and then we have to cycle back to our Furnace, because that RG is going to do some good work, so we're going to go Ram here in a defensive capability way, and we're just going to land a Poison spell right onto his tower, keep that chip damage up, and he has a crazy RG cycle deck. I don't even know what is going on here, but it does seem to be working fairly well for this guy here. So now we're going to go Skeleton Army in the corner, and hopefully that can be able to defend everything. RG coming our way. We're going to go Furnace right about now. We're going to go Fireball, hopefully catch a Fire Spirit or two. Nice. And this is not looking good at all, guys. Come on. No, that's bad. That's going to waste those minions, and that is most likely going to be the game unless I can land some sort of miracle log on everything. Somehow we are staying alive and winning this battle. Don't even ask me how or why, but we are actually going to win. We're just going to go place a quick Furnace. We're going to go place a quick Poison and a quick Fireball, and I'm going to hit him with a thumbs up and good luck. I have no idea how I just pulled that off, but you know what? A win is a win unless that... No. You better take that down. Are you kidding me? No! 30 health. I just could have landed that log 1 millisecond earlier. Oh no, that is very unfortunate. But let's just go open up the chest or whatever we won. And we're going to call that a day for sure. But that's fun. That's the point of this challenge. I mean, who cares? We got a lot of fun out of that. And that is the point of playing those challenges. So that's going to wrap this up. I really do hope you enjoy. And I will see you all in the next video.